it can be hard to get kids to eat the health food that they need. So two Raw sisters and Harold the giraffe are heading into schools around the country to teach the importance of incorporating fruit and veggies into their diets. And joining us now are two Raw sisters, Margot Flanagan and Rosa Power. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Is this a tough ask?
And Harold.
And
Harold.
Don't forget Harold. Harold.
Forget Harold.
Goodness.
Hey, buddy.
Of the team.
Harold is such a... We've been reminiscing about Harold this morning. Is this a hard ask to go into schools and tell kids that they should be eating more fruit and veg?
Yes and no. I think we can hold kids' attention for 45 minutes, which is pretty amazing. This whole program builds on the Life Education Healthy Harold programs, and it's really cool because it's brought free to schools across the country thanks to 5+ a day. So we go where we can. Obviously, there's only 2 of us, so going inside the schools is really beneficial for the kids, and we can have that face-to-face connection with them. But if we can't get to a particular school, then there's online resources as well, which hopefully will get the kids' attention too.
And Rosa, what are you giving them? What are you equipping them with? Is it recipes? Is it just food ideas? Is it information about nutrition?
Yeah, so our mission going into the schools is educating and inspiring tamariki on how they can make better food choices. So showing them how easy it is to incorporate fruits and veggies in their everyday lives. A lot of them don't actually know what the recommended daily intake is. So 5+ a day recommend that we have at least 5 or more veggies and 2 fruits. So really showing them around like the seasonal produce as well. So a lot of them don't know, you know, what's available in winter versus what's available in summer. So yeah, they can then use what they've got at home, what they've got on the fruit trees at home as well, and then make these delicious nutrient-dense foods or nutrient-dense meals for their whānau and themselves, which is really cool.
If you're focusing on seasonal too, then I'm guessing you have consideration for budget-friendly ideas for families.
Yeah, it's amazing how much more cost-effective it can be when you are having seasonal produce, and all of the recipes that we're making the tamariki at the schools is under $3 per serve, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bargain.
Per serve.
Yeah, so we're doing...
I think I need these lessons.
So we do an apple crumble porridge and a build your own rice stir fry.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds delicious. And how does Harold help? Because I imagine Harold is part of the appeal for kids too.
Kids go crazy for Harold. Harold comes in at the start, and we ask him if a carrot or an apple is his favourite.
Definitely carrot, wouldn't it be?
Oh, it tends to be the apple.
Oh, it can change.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. Yeah, fair enough. Now, you also talk about food prep, and you've got a little demonstration here, I understand?
Yeah, we give a lot of tips and tricks out to the kids as we are teaching them, you know, the recipes that we create. So one of the key tips that we do give out is scraping with the back of your knife.
A lot of teachers love this one.
So do you scrape with the back of your knife or the sharp side of your knife?
I just use a peeler.
Oh, when you're scraping things into a bowl.
When you've cut something.
Oh, no, sorry. Oh, no, I use the sharp bit.
I would have probably used the sharp end.
Tut, yeah, when you're scraping with the sharp side of your knife, it actually blunts and ruins the blade. So always scrape with the blunt side of your knife. We talk about how you can cut your veggies in a really safe way, because obviously, you know, we don't want cuts and all those types of things. So what we normally say is cut your carrot or anything that's round, like your potatoes, your pumpkin, things like that. Cut them in half and then cut them down
Create
the middle
a tunnel
again.
so you've got a good grip on it.
Well, first off, you want to make sure you've got the flat side on the chopping board so it's not going to be rolling around all the time. We create a tunnel for the knife to go through. So the sharp bit's out of the way and then cut through the tunnel and down.
Tunnels.
Yeah, the tunnels. So flat side down and then create a tunnel and cut through. And then just
like that.
Cut into pieces from there.
So it's fun to give these kids these little cooking tips so that they can go into the kitchen and feel a bit more motivated to make these recipes.
I think if kids are feeling independent and like they can create it themselves, they're more likely to want to do that, right?
Yeah, and it's actually amazing too, you know, when we're making something and they're like, oh gosh, I'm not going to like that.
I don't like carrots.
Yeah.
And then they watch us make it. We get the kids to come up and help us create the meals as well, and then they get to taste it at the end. And by taking them right from the very beginning to the end of eating and enjoying the food, that their whole perception around it completely switches, which is so cool.
How many schools are you going to?
Oh, we're
Gosh,
going
good question.
Roughly.
cities we're going to is Christchurch, South Canterbury, Kapiti, Wellington, Auckland,
Awesome.
Hamilton.
Okay,
Yes.
so and if parents have kids at these schools, then they should, now they know kind of what they're learning, they should ask them some questions when they get home. And
Yeah, exactly.
absolutely.
Well, we give out lots of resources for the kids to take home.
Cool.
So we've got a booklet that has all the recipes in it, lots of wee fun games, and then we've got a teacher guide that the teachers can then take and do extra activities with the kids.
And
which
if we're
is
not
awesome.
going to a school, then we've got those online resources as well.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that is great. Look out for that in your local school. That is Margot Flanagan and Rosa Power, two Raw sisters.
Just ahead, half of New Zealand's junior doctors, they've gone on strike. There are thousands of them. We'll head to the picket line next with James.